Welcome back to Food News Wednesdays, where we round up this week's tastiest stories. My name's Chris, and you know what? I don't even need a witty intro this week. Welcome to the channel, Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Not only do we have the DC jail, which is the DC gulag, but now we have Nancy Pelosi's Gazpacho police spying on members of Congress, spying on the legislative work that we do, spying on our staff, and spying on American citizens that want to come talk to their representatives. This government has turned into something it was never meant to be, and it's time to make it end.
Ah, yes, the Gazpacho police. The Iberian Secret Service, who are led by a regime determined to rid the world of hot soup. Their influence first spread throughout Spain and Portugal years ago, and small pockets of gazpacho have been popping up all over North America for at least a few decades now, and more places are seeing them as time passes. Frankly, Pelosi's acts of wanton aggression cannot go unmeet, and I'm glad that Greene took stock of this situation rather than let it stew. Had she allowed it to simmer, the Republican bouillabaisse may have ordered a roux. Hell, even one serving of alphabet soup would have spelled disaster for the country, so I applaud Greene on her broth-taking work. Of course, word of Greene's gaffe quickly reached actor Larry Thomas, famous for his portrayal of the soup Nazi on Seinfeld. As the world's most famous member of the Gazpacho police, Thomas said, "If she got the word wrong with a nonsensical word, it would be one thing. But I knew as soon as she actually used the name of a soup that I was in trouble." And then she turns around and makes an actual soup Nazi reference on Twitter. You know, the "no soup for you, and you're gonna end up in the goulash." I'm sure somebody wrote that for her because she can't possibly be that funny. And speaking of the real world being stranger than fiction, Papa John's knows all about the munchies, having built their empire on the backs of token clients all around the globe for decades. And now they're embracing the herb that made them famous. In fact, they're not even hiding it, literally trading out oregano for hemp seeds in Russia and the UK. Hemp seeds are, of course, edible protein sources directly from the cannabis plant, and the campaign is said to aim to debunk common misconceptions about the seeds. By sprinkling hemp directly on their cheesy breads, Papa John's wants consumers to know that these seeds are high in protein, contain no THC, and are 100% legal. However, I'm not ruling out that they might be using the rest of the plant in Russia to get them to chill the f*** out. On the topic of inappropriate invasions of other people's turf, McDonald's is entering the Metaverse. On top of looking to issue a series of NFTs of, I don't know, the McNugget kids, probably? Trademark attorney Josh Gerben shared that the plan is to have McDonald's available to clients in both the real and unreal worlds simultaneously. Gerben shares, so say you're in a virtual world and you're playing games and you get hungry. Instead of getting off your couch, you can walk down the street in the metaverse and walk to McDonald's, and virtual clerks take your order. And in 20 minutes, your order comes to your door. It might seem strange to some folks, but it's a thing. Now, my only ask for this is, if this becomes a thing, is that the trade-off here is that there has to be virtual world consequences for your dietary choices. If playing a game of Warcraft and you stop for a Big Mac combo and your guild calls you in for a raid, you should be forced to duck into the forest at random due to the McTrots, and that it's immediately followed by a 4-hour McNap. And on the topic of McDonald's, if you'd like fries with that, have you ever considered eating them like a queen? Specifically, Queen Elizabeth. It was announced this week that Her Royal Highness is getting saucy and releasing her own brand of ketchup and steak sauces. The ketchup is made from dates, apple juice, and spices, and is reportedly ideal for breakfast or any other time of the day. If you're wondering why the Queen might be interested in making her own ketchup, well, it pairs well with two of her favorite things: gardening and hamburgers. Yeah, hamburgers. Although it's not the way you're likely used to eating them. The Mam Burger is 2 all-beef patties covered in cranberry sauce, no other condiments, and no bun. She eats it with a knife and fork, and sometimes, to spice things up, she adds a gherkin. Now ladies, have you ever acted like a queen and added a small pickle to spice things up at home? Tell me about it in the comments section, and talk about any other stories that we've covered here today. Of course, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'll be here every single Wednesday with more outrageous culinary tales from around the globe. Until next Wednesday, my name is Chris, and that's news to me.